Hey, question for you today. Where are you suffering in your life right now? We've been on this theme for the last week or so. We're studying Paul's thorn in the flesh. Let me read verse 10 to you. It's sort of his summary of what we've been learning, that there will be pain in our lives. It's often from Satan, but God will work it for good. We should pray for healing, but if we pray and we don't get healed, it doesn't mean we lacked faith. It means God's going to bring good from it. And keep praying, by the way. God, I pray that you'd heal this, but if you don't, use it for your good. Once you've prayed, you've done all those things, there's still this weakness in your life. There's some kind of suffering or difficulty. What do you do with it? You open it up to God. And you say, God, your power is made perfect in weakness. So I want the power of Christ to work through me, invade my life through that weakness. That was verses 8 and 9. Now verse 10, Paul says, so Paul's looking back. We don't know how many years it's been from when he first got his thorn in the flesh until he's writing this, but he's looking back. He's got some perspective. He says, now I've experienced the power of God so much through my weakness. Verse 10, that's why I take pleasure in my weaknesses. Is Paul a masochist? That's a person who delights in their pain? Well, he's not in an unhealthy way, but what he's saying is whenever pain comes into my life, I'm like, oh, another nick in the tent. It's another chance for God's power to break through my pride and invade my life. Paul says, I actually take pleasure in insults, in hardships, in persecutions, in troubles that I suffer for Christ, for when I am weak, then I am strong. In other words, Paul says, it's not just that God's power came into my life through my weakness and that kind of made it worth it. No, God's power came into my life through my weakness, and I ended up being spiritually a stronger person than I ever would have been without that weakness. So if God allows suffering, he will make you a stronger person, a more fruitful person through it if you'll surrender your weakness to him. I'll see you tomorrow for more Daily Hope.